filthy. It's actually filthy. So when you think of acidity, don't think of it, actually the word city, no, there's no T. No, there is. The word city is inside of acidity. Isn't that interesting? Things that make you go, Acidity is filthy. And if you think of it in any other context, you won't really grasp how serious it is. And so to be clean, you have to restore alkalinity. And alkalinity, of course, is electrons. And electrons are spirit. So we need to remove this acidity that is so filthy and restore alkalinity, which is spirit, which is clean. So that's a way, it's something I want to just kind of pepper this with to help you understand that acidity isn't just something that seems like it's innocuous. It's filthy and it's sticky and it depresses spirit. It holds it down. It acts like a millstone around the neck of spirit. And that's unacceptable. Okay, I think I've used that term a couple times now. All right. So I'm going to help you now to transition away from erroneous ways of eating, the ways that are destroying your body, and bring you effortlessly and painlessly to the true ways of nourishing your body and your being. And as we understand spirit, we get the gist of this. But I also want you to take a moment to realize that just because you have a mouth and teeth and a digestive system doesn't mean you should be eating all the time, despite social conventions. Just because we have a mouth and a tongue and vocal cords doesn't mean we should be talking all the time. I should probably take a cue, right? The same thing, of course, goes for sexual organs. We have the means, but should not be having sex and having babies all the time just because we have these faculties. We shouldn't even be thinking all the time just because we have a brain, or using our hands and limbs all the time just because we have them. All of these faculties have their time and place, and part of being a wise individual is knowing when they should be engaged and when they should not be engaged. So it will help you disconnect from this idea of why is it that our culture eats all the time? And, we look at the holidays and it's just the dial is turned up. It's ridiculous. It's consumption all day long at any excuse. Well, that's because there's so, when we talk about balance, there's so little understanding about what the conditions are for balance. And there's nothing in nature other than spirit and flow that should be used all the time. Everything has a season in nature. Everything has a break. Everything has a rest. Well, we need to take a cue from that and rest our speech and rest our eating and rest our urges and just be in a stillness that, of course, is not an emptiness. It's a deep, intense connection with the divine, with the supreme spirit. But we don't get to experience that unless we've silenced everything else. So the majority, just like our bodies should be filled with life force, that it's not empty space, just like our castle should be filled with life force, our time should be filled with life force too. A small part of the time we should be doing and actively thinking, and there is an enormous amount of our time that actually should be relegated to just being in unity with the divine, and that will enable everything else to operate that much more efficiently. Hi everyone. I've put together a totally comprehensive course to see you through the holiday season from before the week of Thanksgiving through to the first week of January. The course was put together in order to support you through this period that can otherwise be a little bit derailing for people, and I understand. You've done so much amazing work this year that's gotten you where you are now, and you don't want to lose ground. You want to know how to stand your ground through the holiday season and enjoy yourself and enjoy all the parties and the times with family and friends without feeling like you're going to be compromising anything, or without feeling like you could be tempted to indulge in things that would unravel all the great hard work you've done. I'm really proud of you. I know how hard you've worked, and I want to stand beside you and support you to make sure that hard work only sees and is met with even more success through the holiday season, especially because of what's happening in 2020. In 2020, the energies on the planet are shifting so significantly, and nothing will ever be the same again. You need to be sovereign to enter that space. Otherwise, it's going to be much more difficult than it ever has been. On the one hand, the opportunity is so much greater for those who are in their sovereignty, who are in their strength, who have made the higher choices physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, energetically. And for those who haven't, it's going to be much more difficult. I want to see you embodying your absolute pinnacle of strength as you enter in to 2020 and usher in this beautiful new period and gain all the opportunities you can from this time. This is why I created this course. I'm here to help you. I highly encourage you to jump on board and ride this wave with us. It's going to be an 8-week course that's fully geared to empowering you.